Seba, Ryan Cheek, Froven Vit,
yeah.
Abranti a friend Oko a year. Tijani Rendes and Milos Kekis.
Yeah.
And we are, I think, we are in medical, it's almost with Jeremy Frimpong. Yeah.
Yes, I think with transfers in there, Akuya my teams nibi who Real Madrid getting Dean Huijsen a Real Madrid player. Which player in the career he has performed so well from Malaga to what they call Juventus to AS Roma, Bournemouth to now Real Madrid. He was destined to get to a bigger club and with mirror the Real Madrid move. With the 50 million or more, I said 3 windows, they'll be able to get the money paid and they were better than the Real Madrid player. So with Milo Kokesa is one player Bournemouth who are performing year pan this season. The attacking phase, the defensive, or a very solid on the ball. I don't know so Etimia Bonhuma DNA. The who's at Liverpool, some bit me in signature. The likes of Real Madrid and so but I think as of now, Benfica or Boybi. Real Madrid they need in a change. I think Keke is the quite be so no obey me Real Liverpool and more said now Liverpool would have 2 new fullbacks starting next season. Performance obey me Akoye and slot Frimpong one crucial player. I think their game against Liverpool at Anfield no and I heard this scout boy in the year and the performance on that night was very good. And they were better than the Liverpool player with his replacement for Alexander-Arnold there. I be a lot of questions. Can he fit into that role and play better than Alexander-Arnold, or can he be that player? All my Liverpool fans think Alexander-Arnold is something Obiashe Bradley Conor Bradley or no so I renew the contract and he still will maintaining that spot. I think say he was one player he was looking out say in Liverpool inclusion be sending and kada right back spot no bet me occupy so and Frimpong etimia ba be kan you were Arsenal and they qualify for the Champions League and we've had a lot of conversations with Goycrest say be obejoinium and now Sesco. Dan Beckham has said there've been a lot of conversation between the new sporting director and Arteta on which striker would fit into this Arsenal setup. And Arteta has nothing to play about, especially in the 7th season of Arsenal. I didn't make us say so when you're the right man to head the team by December, not Arsenal in that first and on that second with a small point margin, fans the bell margin so
yeah.
Because we've seen managers come into a new season, at least they are doing well. But with 6 seasons, not still the same problem. Arsenal fan being him say the striking position is a problem. They've gone into this phase until now. Then you don't get the right striker picker. Then striker now when man perform me here. Then your sack letter would be given to you and almost here between Gyökeres and also Sesko. Between these two, one will surely be an Arsenal player at the start of next season. Ubisami, I think we have Arsenal profile on here. Gyökeres is more experienced and would fit into the team. No, the goals be braba.
Do they play transitional football? Because you know say Gyökeres transitional football na yes. Strength. Do Arsenal play transitional football?
Arsenal MXC type their type of play. There are games that they go with transition. There are games that they go with the no possessional type of game. I think Gyökeres is the type of style. No, Ubisami. Arsenal team need more of a team. They say they thrive on set pieces, so they need a player who is a bit good in the air to make sure some set piece tricks. Yes. Man, benefit. Gyökeres, he's that good in the air. He's not
very poor.
He's very poor, especially with duels in the air. It will go against their game. I think Arteta is pushing for Sesko, no? Because Sesko is very good in the air.
Yeah, because you see, maybe the reason why Kai Havertz to me, yes, I embodiment of the team, and I think that the injury, so at the time, it
affects you.
A crucial part. Though they will need a striker, but if the striker come in and doesn't do a job like what Kai Havertz is doing, or maybe by bench the Kai Havertz.
Yes,
because Kai Havertz is very good aerially, and or a dominant. Who's a Kai Havertz or a dominant? But the point is that the first only out and out striker and sometimes you will Bobby Honoma striker was said Victor Osimhen was all the time we are around around trying to nick in something near the idea. I think it will take time for it to come
adapt,
to Sadia. I think you improve gradually because it's easy instinct, so it will take time. So they will need somebody who can come and hit the ground running, or se nipa ne bana safi no ba be adjust here. about this will be to have it.
And as I say, as Arsenal fans, no, they don't need a player beba just no. They are looking for a killer. Obet me ababe mom sa goals no. So if you're between two, if you're Arsenal setup no, any Chelsea setup now, there's something similar.
Yes.
Omu here player obeba be you need somebody who would come in and hit the ground running. Into these two teams transfers this season will be very important, especially in the striking role.
Yeah.
They need to get somebody who would come in and perfect that. But to me, Ubisam between these two I think Sesko would fit Arsenal so well with the aerial duels, and that strength in the box, never bomb. But how would he adapt to the Premier League? That is a big question. The second thing is who German Bundesliga strikers coming into the Premier League in Yamanfa, the likes of Timo Werner, the likes of your friend is saying we in Kunkumu, when they come
as a woman different.
Yeah. No, but
Bundesliga, I make to my Bobby and buy the farm.
Yes,
Konate airbo.
That striking rule, no.
You buy Ellen Haaland buy.
Yes, okay. Haaland I buy a farmer and no point.
The recent Chelsea the norm cover, and you see, we need to put things in proper context. Obi to say Timo Werner.
No, you're out and out striker.
But because of the pace in T, and I know, and a Bundesliga, and because of space, a woman in T, and then again, we didn't look at the time. No, not Chelsea weren't buying players based on data and analysis. Okay, or form, what she saying, 40 goals, and a monk of Anemra. There were fundamental issues with Timo Werner, and I clear in terms of even finishing no crowd. No issues but we didn't pay attention to that at the end. Then Obi to say in Google, it was clear that he was bound to succeed, but for injuries.
And then Kunkumpo, he wasn't bought as a striker.
Now
like a 10.
A 10, and now about two competition in now injuries went to me. I'm one.
But once with Sesko no, on so much any games or a player be recently na me share the clips back home or a player be those easy chances as or convert no be say no
and difficult ones
no
but difficult ones no so na teams na pay obi oba be sha mo
but on say me share the clips be 1v1 against a keeper out of 10 or be say 7
but me even say Arsenal will be oba share 1v1 asa komo obi because creating 1v1 chances and easy with Premier League. Premier League in the chances are they tell upon everything. The numbers are still Barky Jackson and they say Chelsea create a lot of chances and or Shebebre or to me Shebebre. But there are certain chances so and only difficult. I will expect to say or better or better. And only game is so close. You just need a striker to against Everton say Victor Osimhen be to say Sesko be shot because our angle no be shot boss no against Brentford sa cross here Sancho there on the left but to ni Victor Osimhen Sesko the way because kick obey den ball ashe because a difficult ball to score and none of teams in here.
Okay. Yes, but Sesko, I think Sesko is a very good player. And
maybe or a raw or more room to improve. Yes. Yeah.
Compared to Gyökeres, I think at the age of 26, well, goals now and and this season was 39 goals. I'm a Sporting Lisbon. I think the Arsenal be depending on are they going for an experienced player, a person who can kill off games for them, or they are going for a young player who will grow with the team. I bet he'll be able to fit in. They say Arteta. In Naswan he needs to get the striking role right. At the Bemas now fans say apart from these two players, they will go for another striker. Maybe he wouldn't fit into the team or about a problem. They are looking out for so betimi atutu nyama yi anya a good striker in place a betimi aboa ama team ni so etimi gina yi. So the likes of Liverpool, who's a Florian Wirtz more are coming into the conversations. Javi Simons are coming into the conversations. Adeba Akone say and slot next season, or build it on one team. based on, or a coach be watching the games are from PSV or a more technical gifted players or more they can pick the game and make change to them. And nothing anyone say call for Frimpong, the likes of Javi Simons and Florian Wirtz. These are players they can come in that 10 role and make changes, take the game by storm and make sure say they give them results. Now with me a lot of pressure if you the likes of Mohamed Salah and Cody Gakpo. Say how can they do their transfers well? They are not under pressure to do much.
Would they need a winger?
As of now, I think say no, they don't need a winger. Liverpool, the position on here.
Okay, Liverpool.
Yes.
I think Arsenal.
No, Arsenal. Yes, Arsenal would need a winger. Surely, Arsenal needs a left winger.
No, Omanya for that.
Omanya Zubimendi. I think Zubimendi would be like a Jorginho replacement.
Okay.
Zubimendi need Thomas Partey would be fighting for that role.
Okay. Then I think the defense they are sorted. Even
yes, they are sorted.
What Kiwo they have the Japanese international to also return. Martin Skelly. So I think the defense and the goalkeeping they are sorted.
But goalkeeping, there were rumors that they were looking at Espanyol goalkeeper. Your friend is saying with Garcia.
Espanyol goalkeeper very
he
good.
Being a backup goalkeeper. But Matisse
but that goalkeeper no ne talent they cry no be backup.
Say Arsenal say you mupe competition for Raya. But Matisse as of now, say team B obeko team B be Aston Villa because of Martinez and against Opesoko.
Okay, so Arsenal they are done mu defense ne mu goalkeeping. At least obi be back cry no me to Raya. Midfield so sorted. Now when him ho no na
Waneri would be, remember, say a debut a backup to play a friend or Saka. It means say now the left side and a big problem because of Trossard and Martinelli. They've not been able to put in good performance to be able to settle that particular position. And when they are looking at the likes of Rodrigo, so me
Rodrigo they over that they Chelsea best sign.
Yes, between Rodrigo
Chelsea
and but as of now, from rumors, say they have 100 million to buy players, including sell-ons. And now 100, no may you move 50 akwa your friend is saying Zubimendi.
Circa 50. So now they need a striker.
They need a striker and they need a left winger. And as of now, I don't think that Arsenal can
sell one
out of 100 million in selling players.
Are they broke?
No, they are not broke as a club.
100 they sell of them. It's what.
But on the club, they are setting a target on player transfers. I think in the EPL, teams you don't see them setting target on player transfers. Chelsea, Manchester City, they don't set target.
But I still think, sir, what Arsenal needs. They need quality.
Yes.
Because now if you are bringing a winger, a left winger, now says a left winger, no, all man may improve. Abrante friend no the Brazilian Martinelli then anyone ko to ankeye what you say no mo be fast Sterling antumi anko akoye bibia now they will need somebody obabe or upgrade because now it is obvious that our players we no you couldn't get to the line even though teams are now money competing Liverpool from nowhere ebe be remu now also say Chelsea will be coming. And Chelsea this season the first half issue signs say it's a bibia now you say koye their mama they can be dangerous. And Chelsea history of winning the Premier League title. They know how to go about it. Now it is clear that they need a striker and they will need a goalkeeper and also right winger. So if some players will move in back, I won't say na nyama start say functional. You never know they can come in there. Now Man City will be back. What I say? It's the way Arsenal wono Ateta will pressure that also say next season you need to win the title at all costs. Now Liverpool they all order that. I think Anslot so be making sure that the ideas all be tweak the system even more to suit the ideas. Was started year signings already. What I say? Now so if we are Arsenal now say what the 100 million per America only say what signing made for that back or no cost 50. Now strikers now omo window ni mu nyina no.
The least cry 60.
The least cry 60. Now winger na also open na Rodrigo no mbobo ndin obey da akwa ne de naba because okay I can understand you too because ka omo de kofa ka have it want me am solve a striking problem na no mo sa coffee the same amount for another striker and so
we share on previous transfers they've spent money on players later about any problem the likes of Nicolas Pepe almost 80 million they stretch him on it could do to the extent the time Arsenal to the last money we and Nicolas Pepe not on board my Arsenal by almost 2 seasons so and last season almost call all out for Declan Rice in TNA if they are to go all out for some players a bit me at home and untina their fans are looking at say either say if they are going for Sesko meaning that they can now make room for maybe a Rodrigo or any other player. So I'm for Sesko right now with Leipzig not out of the Champions League, they would need to sell.
Yeah.
So they can go for a Sesko and now enter the race for Rodrigo. But Osha, the rumors have been without Rodrigo or Nico Williams. These are two players.
Two players you know. I just said musical on what they count.
Into almost selling out players.
Into one on beton
Trossard, Ebeko. Trossard don't bear my dreams on beton.
No, don't man.
Trossard don't bet me be almost 30, 40 film.
30, 40. One ever.
Ubenya clubs na to.
I just say England ho.
Trossard.
England wa.
Oh England what do you mean?
England ho de ubenya obi. England dey make to make e West Ham bet to me.
West Ham will not pay 30 million for Leandro Trossard. If Trossard now Trossard no kwamba Arsenal say free saying.
Yeah, well for free.
From Brighton na Trossard na ko Brighton ne dia.
Enka would the performance was Arsenal.
But no Premier League the reason why Premier League wait to menya 30 then is
because experience.
Brentford for instance, we met Mato no.
Brentford will not buy Trossard 30 million. Now we some money Brentford
teams are on top players. Brentford.
Okay, me say Brentford say oba beton. Mbuemu.
On touch Trossard. Is he some West Ham teams now
West Ham so obi omo ton.
Says can they pay that money for player bia La Liga or ebia Eredivisie bia all that potential Mohamed Kudus go say na mdeko fa
but as at now
no mo fa 30 million for
Trossard now teams don't beat me at all say na boy West Ham beat me at all
but on just 30 million
no say West Ham to almost 40 million for we are friends saying last season
for why
Otto we are friends saying 4 coup
now 4 coup goes so but Trossard is not even how many goals now
age wise
Trossard is not performing.
Otuya almost 30 million for a friend is saying Rodriguez.
So if Senka Trossard, I should 20 goals. 10 assists for Arsenal, no doubt. But he's not performing.
I didn't say team no any availability of that particular position. West Ham as at now.
West Ham will
not pay player.
West Ham will not pay.
And nothing they do baby na Mohamed Kudus be ball.
Yeah.
Only left
or be by we pra
Somerville.
That's something you won't pay 30 million. To Leandro Trossard, only big rambo or a friend is Arsenal.
Oh, Arsenal so a bon number of matches.
Oh, but the thing is, how many goals?
Trossard as a player,
and even check his age.
Trossard as a player, Utimi bought 3 different positions, man.
Now
the availability.
McAllister cross send a Liverpool for Tony, man.
But I think they can get.
They can get 30 million 35.
What to say, sir? Your friend is saying Nuno said Tavares who said then Nicolo was Spain almost on back cash out.
Left back
Leon. Yes, Leon.
Sorry, Lazio.
Back cash out. Or more other players be on beat me a cash out.
Maintenant Laos no Lazio. Leon.
But no Amaton.
No correct.
More players be they can get at least up to 50 million if you're more. So I think between Sesko and Goycrest, they need to make a right decision and make it work. Because at 13th January, Arsenal fans they say empowerment because they feel say Oliver Glasner will create me about the GFA Cup. Then you can't ride on that FA Cup hype. Say I've built a team. Near it's now they will look for a killer manager or finish it. I say ultimate finish, I want to finish. So Arsenal transfers and the home betting so to me making sure say or the right materials are being say next season performance will be to me.